Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the most optimistic man on the planet. A man with experience, commitment, and integrity. Your VIP at large candidate, Carvin Malone.
Greetings. My name is Carvin Malone, your Virgin Islands Party Territorial-At-Large candidate. First, I give God thanks, the praise, and the glory for the many blessings of this territory and of its people. I wish to acknowledge the support of my wife, Bernice, my daughter, Kirsten, my brothers, sisters, and of my extended family members, acquaintances, and well-wishers. I am pleased and privileged to be a part of a 13-member, highly experienced team of former civil servants, tourism experts, border control specialists, and business leaders headed by the Honorable Andrew Arturo Foy. As the 2019 campaign season comes to a close, we ready ourselves for a defining moment in our territory and in the general elections of Monday, February 25th. I am saddened by the fact that as a result of the second consecutive snap election by this NDP government, most of the candidates, and indeed myself, would not have had a chance to be able to visit the homes and personal spaces of numerous voters in the sharing of ideas and expectations. After my experience of working with the late Chief Minister, the late Honorable Hamilton Lavity Stout, and with the former Chief Minister and Premier, Honorable Ralph T. O'Neill, OBE, after my experience as President and Advisor of the Virgin Islands Party for over 18 years, my experience as a board member of the 1992 Fiscal Advisory Board, the H. Lavity Stout Community College, and the 2007 Constitution Review Committee, after my joys of community service as a member of the Lions Club of Tortola and being recognized as a Melvin Jones Fellow and as District 60B Lions of the Year for my outstanding works in service, and after my business experience as Managing Director of the Family Businesses and co-founder of Caribbean Basin Enterprises Group of Companies, I stand humbly before you and solicit your votes for me, Carvin Malone, in the February 25th general elections. One of my core reasons for being a part of this electoral process was further confirmed after I had the opportunity, for a fourth time I may add, to speak with students of the H. Lavity Stout Community College and with a number of young adults who were honestly undecided as to whether or not they would vote and if there were any reasons for voting. Indeed, if voting would make a difference. My approach to these young adults was to challenge them. I challenged them to state the names of Hope Stevens, Howard Penn, Theodore Faulkner, Glanny Fonseca, Carlton DeCastro, Bronell Bruce, Leslie Malone, Noel Lloyd, Conrad Maduro, Q.W. Osborne, Lavity Stout, Dr. Willard Whitley, Cyril Romney, or Ralph T. O'Neill. What does any of those names mean to them? I also challenged them, the young adults, to state what the dates 1950, 1967, 1975, 1979, and 1984 meant to them. Sadly, most of the school-aged students, young adults, and must I say, even some of our not-so-young adults were unable to state the historic significance of most, if any, of these names, the historic significance of these events and the historic significance of the dates, save for the name H. Lavity Stout. It is with this moment and at this time that I took pride in informing and even venturing to lecture each of my audience that it was through the contributions and efforts of these individuals that history will reflect that we could celebrate in 2020 the 70th anniversary of the restoration of the Virgin Islands Constitution in 1950. Observed in 2017, the 50th anniversary of ministerial government in 1967, and will observe in 2019 the 35th anniversary of the introduction of financial services legislation in 1984, to name a few. I further challenge the students, the young adults, and my audience to foretell the future of 30, 50, and 100 years, and seek to envisage what history will say of each of them. How would your legacy be defined? I assisted in informing each of my audience that I am proud to read and learn of the contributions of the four named persons, of the dates, and of the events, and that each of us are beneficiaries of these celebrated and sometimes unheralded heroes. I assisted them by letting them know that I wish for history to reflect that Carvin Malone did not seek to hide behind the proverbial banana tree, nor did I hide in the comfort of complacency. History must reflect that I did my best. I did my best to restore confidence in governance, restore transparency, accountability, civility, conscience, and responsibility. I did my best to present audited financial statements on a timely basis. I did my best to adhere to the recognized or the renegotiated protocol for effective financial management. Did my best to recover the $7.2 million that was paid for from our treasury without the benefits of planes, flights, or the return of our money. Did my best to conduct independent investigations of massive overruns on capital projects as the Territorial-At-Large Park and Peebles Hospital. Yes, did my best to eliminate the need for a United Kingdom-controlled RDA agency, and once again, return the management of our capital recovery projects to the elected and responsible officials. Did my best to complete the reconstruction of ports, government offices, schools, public infrastructure, telecommunication systems, and other institutions. Did my best to protect our children and our elders through adequate investment in our early, middle, and advanced schooling systems, and through adequate investments in facilities and programs for our GEMS, or elderly. I did my best for the reintroduction of softball, basketball, volleyball, tennis, and other sporting activities into the school systems, as our young athletes have a tradition of excelling in sports and could be offered scholarships and other career opportunities. Did my best to ensure that development of our human resources was recognized as a national priority, so that the BVI was returned to a marketplace for the most skilled carpenters, masons, accountants, lawyers, chief executives, marine experts, and more. Did my best to ensure that our health care services and our healthcare delivery services were affordable to all, and that the quality of the services was second to none. Did my best to secure and advance our tourism and financial services products, and was successful in advancing farming and fishing as major contributors to our economy and to our very survival. Yes, I did my best in nailing that proverbial third economic pillar, and now offers advanced services and products to the world. Indeed, my brothers and sisters, you have an obligation to participate and through your involvement in the electoral process of 2019, determine a British Virgin Islands that you wish in 30, 50, 100 years from now. One BVI, one people, moving in one direction forward. I urge you to go to the polls. Look for your VIP symbol that includes the lady with the torch. Vote for me, Carvin Malone, as your VIP Territorial-At-Large candidate. Vote for each of your Virgin Islands Party district candidates. Vote for all 4 Virgin Islands Party Territorial-At-Large candidates. Vote for a proud and successful British Virgin Islands. Vote for your future. Vote Virgin Islands Party all the way. Virgin Islands Party, forward ever, backwards never. I thank you.
We're going forward ever, hey, backward never, hey, one direction forward, together both, VIP.